I've not done one of these in a long time. Okay. It's around the start, more like the end now, of November as I've written the script, meaning a large portion of my schedule has been freed up, which means more time to play Osu, yeah! However, there's only 24 hours in a day. Take out the 8 hours needed for sleep, the 3 needed for meals, and the other 8 spent at school, and suddenly there doesn't seem like that much free time. Now I don't want to waste my free time playing Osu if I'm not going to be gaining any ranks, so I came up with an idea. What if I put my top 100 best plays into a spreadsheet of some sort, and from there, try to figure out what would be the best time for me to play Osu? Good idea, right? No? Well, too bad, I did it anyway. Don't worry, it's just averages. I'm not going to pull out some uni-level BS for a circle-clicking game. Also, if I sound sick, it's because I am. My throat hurts. Here's a basic idea. I go through the top 100 highest PP plays on my profile. PP is basically a value that says how impressive a score is. Note down the time of day when each play was set, then throw all of that data into an Excel spreadsheet, take the average, and figure out what the best time for me to play Osu is. Which means I have to learn how to use Excel. Now I actually already made the spreadsheet once, near the start of November. However, the Osu dev team decided to bless all of us with a PP rework just as I finished. Meaning all of the values I wrote down for how much PP each score is worth is now inaccurate, which is not very good. But I'm lazy. I'm not the type of person to spend another hour in Google Sheets rewriting all of this data just for a stupid YouTube video. I spent another hour on Google Sheets rewriting all of the data. Here's the spreadsheet. It contains the song, and sometimes the mapper of the map, a URL to the beat map, the PP value of my score on said map, whether or not the score was an FC, and most importantly for this video, the time the play was set at. In the future I might try and include some more data like accuracy, map length, BPM, but this is all I have for the moment. So let's try and find the average. Google Sheets has this really cool feature where you can select an entire column and see the average of it. So if we select the time column, we get 1812 or 6:12 PM as the average time when I set my top plays. With the earliest time being 9 in the morning on Polar 240 Plasma's difficulty, and the latest being at 11 in the evening on My Love Life Needs a Lobotomy, top difficulty. But you know, averages are a piece of shit and can't be trusted. So let's remove the outliers from before and see what values we get. It's basically the same. Cool. But we're not done yet. Some more fun information! I have 47 plays above 400 PP. This data is now outdated. The average time of these being 6:46 PM, which means if I want to set better plays, I should play a little later. Probably. I'm not a mathematician. However, I don't really gain any ranks from 400 PP plays, unfortunately. I actually have to set a 470 PP play to gain just above 100 ranks. I know. Suffering from success right here. Yep. Looking at my top 10, it's basically the same as earlier. Average time is 6:22 PM, with the earliest being around 3:30 PM and the latest being 9:33 PM. The play closest to the average time in my top 10 is my hidden double time SS on the Kumocha diff of Pretty Little Psycho. And getting rid of the highest and lowest times from my top 10 changes the average to 6:20 PM. Oh yeah, 7:27 also appears in the spreadsheet, as well as 6:7. Twice. But now we tackle the most important question. Why are my top plays all around this time? And there's actually a very simple reason for that. That's just when I have the most free time. I get back from school around 4:30 in the afternoon, sometimes later. Usually bum around for a bit before getting on the game. If it's a bad day, I need to warm up for about half an hour, meaning I'll set most of my good plays around 6 PM, and I need to eat after roughly an hour. So I really only have an hour or two each day to set good plays, not counting weekends. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So what can we learn from all this? What does this, my multiple hours spent in an Excel spreadsheet, writing in numbers, really mean in the grand scale of things? I don't know. I should probably play more in the afternoons. Yeah, sorry this video took so long. Working on new stuff in the future, hopefully. It's not a great video, but you know, I hope it's somewhat entertaining. Yeah, see ya.